students, welcome back to Gururaja classes. I am your Gururaja with the 6th standard social science subject. In the previous class we learned about the Bengaluru division. So especially we learned about the forest, wildlife, natural resource and agriculture. So into this class, today we have to discuss about the uniqueness of this division. So what is the uniqueness of this division? As you know students, Bengaluru Bengaluru division it has contained 9 important districts. So especially I would like to tell some of the districts: Ramanagara, Chikkaballapura and Davanagere. These 3 important districts it was established after the independence, or it has newly formed districts. So these Ramanagara it has established in 2007, Chikkaballapura established in 2007 and Davanagere it has established in the time of 1997. So these 3 important districts also we can found from a Bengaluru division. So remaining districts also it has own significance. Today we have to discuss about the uniqueness of these districts. So what is the uniqueness of the Bengaluru urban? So as you know students, Bengaluru urban or the Bengaluru it is one of the capital city of the Karnataka. So it has contained many of the important government places. So like Vidhana Sauda, High Court and Bengaluru Mahanagara Palike. So these are all the important places we can found, which that many of the religious centers and industrial hubs also especially we can found in a Bengaluru urban. See, in a Bengaluru urban, so I would like to tell one of the historical place that is called as Nandi Hills. It's a very nearest in a Bengaluru urban. It covers 50 kilometers. We found a 50 kilometer from the Bengaluru urban. So we found many of the industrial places like an HMT and BHEL, which that many of the government industries and the private industries we can found here. Some of the private industries I would like to tell Infosys and Biocon. So these private industries are very helpful to give a contribution to the Bengaluru division. Then Bengaluru urban it has contained 4 important taluks. So what is the main important 4 taluks we can found in a Bengaluru urban? See, Bengaluru North, Bengaluru South, Bengaluru East and Anekal. So I would like to tell once again the Bengaluru North, Bengaluru South, Bengaluru East and Anekal. So these are the 4 important taluks we can found from a Bengaluru urban. So which that the very important place I would like to tell Bannerghatta National Park. See, Bannerghatta National Park it has attracted many of the tourists. Many of the people from Bengaluru they are engaged their weekend in a Bannerghatta National Park. So it is gives a support of a wild safari, and we found many of the snake parks we can found in a Bengaluru nearby the Bannerghatta National Park. Then Bengaluru Mahanagara Palike it is one of the place to maintain all over the Bengaluru urban. So what we can found Bengaluru capital city. See, I would like to tell about some of the important temples in a Bengaluru. See, Bengaluru it is not only an industrial hub, it is not only a government place, or it is not only a capital city. So it has covers many of the historical places and some of the temples also. So what are the temples do you found in the Bengaluru division? See, here are the pictures which that I would like to tell some of the important temples. The Someshwara temple Ulsuru, then Gavi Gangadhareshwara temple. See, Someshwara temple Ulsuru and Gavi Gangadhareshwara temple, these both temples also built by Kempegowda. That means these temples it has established pre-independent India. That means, so what we can found Kempegowda. See, Kempegowda is our founder of a Bengaluru district or the Bengaluru place. So this Kempegowda established many of the temples like this. Then Dodda Basavanna temple, Dharmaraya temple, Kote Venkateshwara temple. So these are the temples also we can found from the Bengaluru urban. So with that we found many of the churches. So not only a religious centers like temples, I would like to tell about the churches also. Some of the churches in a Bengaluru division or the Bengaluru urban we called as a Saint Andrew and Joseph Saint Joseph Church also we can found here. So with that the Saint Mary and Saint Basilica. So these are the important churches we can found from the Bengaluru urban. See, not only a churches, here are some of the masjids. So what are the masjids do you found here? In the Bengaluru division or the Bengaluru urban, so we found Jamia Masjid and Jumma Masjid. So Jamia Masjid and Jumma Masjid, these are the historical masjids we can found from the Bengaluru urban. So newly formed masjids also available in the Bengaluru urban. So what is the newly formed masjids? Here is a Bilal Masjid. This Bilal Masjid, it has established in the time of 2015. So this Bilal Masjid also one of the attractive place. It is one of the religious Muslim religion attractive place. Then I would like to tell about the Bengaluru rural. So what we can found the Bengaluru urban. So nearby we found many of the district, especially very important district that is called as a Bengaluru rural. So this Bengaluru rural, it has established in the time of 1986. This Bengaluru rural, it has contained 4 important taluks. Here as Nedamangala, Doddaballapura, Devanahalli, Hosakote. Nedamangala, Doddaballapura, Devanahalli, Hosakote. So these are the 4 important taluks we can found from the Bengaluru rural. See, I would like to tell about Shivagange. So Shivagange, it is one of the religious and historical place we can found from the place of Nedamangala. See, this Shivagange, it has attracted many of the tourist places nearby the Bengaluru rural and Bengaluru urban. See, some of the Karnataka, that means Karnataka peoples, they are visiting these places and they are spend the time in a weekend. See, with that I would like to tell about the Ramanagara district. See, this Ramanagara district, it has established in the time of 23rd August 2007 in the Chief Minister. In the time of Chief Minister we called as H.D. Kumaraswamy. See, 23rd August 2007, that means it has a newly established district. It also contained 4 important taluk. So what is the 4 important taluk we can found here? See, first one Channapatna, then Kanakapura, Ramanagara and Magadi. See, as you know students, Channapatna, it is the place we found many of the important wooden toys. See, these wooden toys, it has famous in the southern part of the India. That means these wooden toys we can export to some of the nations. So these type of the wooden toys, with that silk industry also we can found from the Ramanagara. See, as you know students, it is one of the silk hub. So we found many of the silk industries. The largest producing silk we found in a Ramanagara itself. See, we found many of the industrial hub. So what is the main important industrial hub do you found in the Ramanagara? See, main important industrial hub we called as Bidadi. The Bidadi is one of the industrial hub we can found from the Ramanagara district. So with that I would like to tell about the Chikkaballapura district. As you know students, this Chikkaballapura district, it has divided from the Kolar. So what we can found Chikkaballapura, it is before independence it has with the Kolar district itself. Later it has divided from the Kolar district in the time of 2007. That means November 10, 2007, it has divided from the Kolar district. Then it has contained 6 important taluks. So what are the important taluks do you found here? It has Chikkaballapura taluk, Chintamani, Gauribidanuru, Bagepalli, Shidlagatta and Gudibande. So these are the 6 important taluks we can found here. I would like to tell once again. Chikkaballapura, Chintamani, Gauribidanuru, Bagepalli, Shidlagatta and Gudibande. So these are the 6 important taluks we can found from the Chikkaballapura district. Especially I would like to tell about the Nandi Durga. See, Nandi Durga, I told about it's very nearest to the Bengaluru. It has nearly 50 kilometers from the Bengaluru. So this really it has extended or it has situated in the place of Chikkaballapura district. So it is also attract many of the tourists from the Bengaluru rural and Bengaluru urban as well as Karnataka. So this Nandi Durga we can found here. In that Nandi Durga we found 2 important temples, that is called as Yoga Nandishwara temple and Bhoga Nandishwara temple. So these are the temples. It has own historical evidence and it has gives many of the mythological stories. So these Yoga Nandishwara temple and Bhoga Nandishwara temple also we can found in the Chikkaballapura district. Then Kaivara Tataya. See, this Kaivara Chintamani, that means we call it as Kaivara Chintamani. That means the Kaivara or Kaivara Tataya, the religious center or the temple, it has in the place of Chintamani. So we call it as a Kaivara Chintamani or else we call it as a Kaivara Tataya. So this Kaivara Tataya also one of the famous religion center we can found from the Chikkaballapura district. Then Vidurashwat. As you know students, Vidurashwat, it has own historical place. It has own historical evidence. So what is the main uniqueness of the Vidurashvat? What is the role of Vidurashvat? As you know students, pre-independence, that means before 1947 that means Indians, they are fought against the British. So like that many of the people they are engaged, many of the people they are gives their lives to the freedom. So like that the Vidurashvat, it is the place we found a flag satyagraha. This flag satyagraha, it was in the time of 1938. Many of the people they are got imprisonment in the time of 1938, and they are made one of the satyagraha, that is called as a flag satyagraha. Then we found many of the important temples, so especially matas we called as, it is called as Nidumamidi Mata and Bagepalli Mata. So this Nidumamidi Mata and Bagepalli Mata also one of the important religious places we can found from the Chikkaballapura district. So it is also one of the historical evidence, and it attracts to many of the religious people from Bengaluru rural and Bengaluru urban. See, I would like to tell about Shidlaghatta. So as you know students, in Chikkaballapura district we found one of the important taluk, that is called as Shidlaghatta. It attracts many of the business people because it is one of the business hub we can found in a Chikkaballapura district. The Kolara district, in the sense we are remembering the gold mine. So what you observe the movie or what you saw the movie, the KGF part 1 and part 2. So these are all the movies gives the information about the gold mine. So like that this gold mine, it has stopped at the time of 2003. So this one more district we found the gold mine, that is called as Raichuru district. So we found a Hatti gold mine. So except that we found the Kolara gold mine, but this Kolara gold mine, it has stopped at the time of 2003. So in this Kolara we found 5 important taluk. See, Bangarapete, Kolar, Malur, Mulubagilu and Srinivasapura. Bangarapete, Kolar, Malur, Mulubagilu, Srinivasapura. So these are the 5 important taluks we found in the Kolara district. So these taluks, it gives the complete information about the Kolara district. So like that almost all of the India, it has depends only for the agriculture. So like that way Kolara district also depend the agriculture. So we found many of the products from the Kolara district. So like that not only agriculture, it has in a floriculture, silk production also we found here. Silk production in the sense we are remembering only the Ramanagar. That means Ramanagar, it has one of the rich resource of the silk production. So like that Kolara district also gives the contribution to the silk production. So like that we found many of the important religion places. So especially we call it as a Chikka Tirupati. This Chikka Tirupati also gives the contribution to the religious places, like that Hazrat Baba temple, Hazrat Baba Mandir, and Hyder Ali Dargah, and Sripadarayara Brindavana. So these are all the religious places we found in a Kolara district. So what we can found the Brindavana. So Brindavana, it has in a Raichuru district. So what we are visiting the temple, that means Raghavendra Swami temple. So like that we found the Sripadarayara Brindavana temple also we found in a Kolara district. So one more district we called as a Tumakuru district. This Tumakuru district, it has established at the time of 1832. So this Tumakuru district, it gives the product, or it is one of the agricultural product we are remembering, that is called as coconut. So Tiputuru, one of the place we got the rich resource of the coconut. So this coconut also we found here, and 10 important taluks we found from the Tumakuru. See, what are the 10 important taluks? That means Koratagere, Gubbi, Chikkanayakanahಳ್ಳಿ, Pavagada, Kunigal, Turuvekere, Tipatur, Madugiri, Sira and Tumakuru. So these are the 10 important taluk we got from the Tumakuru district. So Tumakuru district, it is one of the largest district. So we found a 10 taluks. Like that way, we found many of the forts like this. That means this Tumakuru is one of the place ruled by the Palekaras. That means we found many of the Palepattus also. So what are the forts we found here? So Madugiri fort and Nidugal fort, Devarayana Durga and Huliyuru Durga Sira. So these are the important forts we found from the Tumakuru district. So like that way we found many of the places, and one of the educational trust, and it gives the education and shelter to the people. This Siddhaganga Mata is under the leadership of the Shivakumara Swamiji. He lived up to 108 years. So we are remembering the Siddhaganga Mata. It gives the free and good education with the shelter. So like that we found many of the educational trusts, societies also we found here. The one of the place or one of the trust we called as Siddhartha Education Society. It is also gives the free education to the people who are lives in a Tumakuru district or who are lives in a Karnataka. So like that way the Kunigal horse. So one of the place we found here, Kunigal. The Kunigal is the place it produced or it is the place we found one of the rich resource of the horse. It is one of the good breed we got from the historical time. That means the Kunigal horse is very famous. We are export this Kunigal horse to Arab and such other nations what we can found in a northern part of the India. So these kind of the Kunigal horse are very famous in India. So these horses we are using in a battles. So what we can found Vijayanagara battles with the Bahmani Sultans, that is called as Rakasa Tangadi war. So we use the Kunigal horse to this war. Then one of the temple we found here, that is called as a Lakshmi temple. So what we can found the Goravanahalli Mahalakshmi. This Goravanahalli Mahalakshmi temple we can found in the place of Koratagere. So this Koratagere, it is a taluk of the Lakshmi temple. And one more place we found here, the Madhugiri. So Madhugiri, it is one of the place we found in the Tumakuru district. So this Madhugiri, it is one of the monolithic hill we found in Asia continent. So these are the important things we got from the Tumakuru district. These are the important place. It gives the complete information about the Tumakuru district. So like that way Chitradurga district also we found in a Bengaluru division. The Chitradurga district, in the sense we are remembering only the fort. That means it is one of the fort area. That means it has called as a 7 round fort. So we found a 7 round fort in a Chitradurga district, and we found many of the ponds and temples also. The ponds and the temples, it gives the information about the Palegaras. That means these are the ponds, temples and forts. It was built by the Madakari Nayakas. So these Madakari Nayakas we called as Palegaras. That means this Chitradurga, it is one of the place of Palepattu worked under the Vijayanagara Empire. So this Madakari Nayaka's empireship, we found these kind of the forts, ponds and temples. It gives the complete information about Chitradurga and Palegaras. That means we found important taluks in Chitradurga, that is called as Hiriyuru, Challakere, Vasadurga, Hodalkere and Molakalmuru. So these are the important taluks we found in a Chitradurga district. And Madakari Nayaka and Vanake Obava, these are the important notable personalities we found in Chitradurga. That means here is the picture, Madakari Nayaka and Vanake Obava. I thought you already got the information about the Madakari Nayakas and Obava. We already heard many of the stories about them. So these are the important notable personalities we got from the Chitradurga district. And S.N. Nijalingappa. So this S.N. Nijalingappa is the one of the chief minister in Karnataka. That means he is the chief minister of integrated Karnataka. That means Mysuru state, in the sense we are remembering K.C. Reddy. The K.C. Reddy is the first chief minister of the Mysuru state. But S.N. Nijalingappa, he is the chief minister of integrated Karnataka. Like that Malnadalli Raghavendra Swami and Talukina Venkaya and Shivamurti Muruga Sharana and Jagaluru Imam Sahib. So these are the important notable personalities we got from the Chitradurga district. So these kind of the things and these kind of the places, historical places, temples, ponds and notable personalities gives the complete information about the Chitradurga district. The one more district we called as Davanagere district, it also in a Bengaluru division. So like that this Davanagere district, it was established in the time of 1997 and it was divided from the Chitradurga. So before this Davanagere district, it was merged in the place of Chitradurga itself. Later it has divided from the Chitradurga. Then this Davanagere district, it has contained 5 important taluks. So in your textbook they are mentioned 6 important taluks. So one more district we called as Harapanalli. One more taluk we called as Harapanalli taluk. That means Harapanalli taluk, it has is in a Ballari district itself. So that except Harapanalli, so we found 5 important taluks. The taluks we called as Harihara, Channagiri, Honnalli, Jagaluru and Davanagere. So these are the 5 important taluks we got from the Davanagere district. So like that we found Manchester. So Davanagere is the Manchester of the Karnataka. because of in 1960 we got many rich resource of the raw cotton. So that means it is the place of a textile industry. So Davangere we called as a Manchester of Karnataka, and we found sugar factories also. So in Davangere itself we found one of the notable sugar industry or the sugar factory we called as a Shamanuru Shivashankarappa sugar factory. So this sugar factories also we found here, and 100 of food producing unit we found in the Davangere district. So Davangere district, it has a place we found many of the food processing units. So like that, so Davangere district, it gives them more revenue to the Bengaluru division. So like that, Bapuji education institution also we found here. So this institution gives the good education to the people who are used in a Bengaluru division in a Davangere district also. So like that, Bapuji educational institute also we found here, and Shanti Sagar. So Shanti Sagar, it has 64 kilometer of a circumference it has covered. So Shanti Sagar is the biggest lake in Asia. So this biggest lake also we found in the Davangere district itself, and Hariyareshwara temple. So this Hariyareshwara temple, it attracts many of the tourists, and we found this is one of the historical place. So this Hariyareshwara temple, it was built by the Hoysala dynasty. So here is the picture. So like that, Shivamogga district. This Shivamogga district also one of the place we found in a Bengaluru division. This Shivamogga district, it has contained 6 important taluks. So what are the 6 important taluks we found here? So Tirthahalli, Sagara, Soraba, Bhadravati, Shivamogga, and Shikaripura, Hosanagara. So these are the 6 important taluks we got from the Shivamogga district. So Shivamogga district, it is one of the rice granary. So we found a rice granary, and it is one of the place we found Tungabhadra, Sharavati, Varada, and Kumudvati rivers. So these are the rivers helpful to do the agriculture. So that this Shivamogga district is the place we called as a rice granary of the Karnataka. So we are remembering the Shivamogga district by reason of the rice granary and these rivers. Then this Shivamogga district, it has contained the many of the important universities. So one of the notable university we called as Kuvempu University, the place we called as Shankaraghatta. That Shankaraghatta we got from the Shivamogga district, and Kuppalli. So as you know students, Kuppalli is the birthplace of the Kuvempu. This Kuppalli also we got from the Shivamogga district. Here as the Kuvempu house. Then Bhadravati Industrial Hub. This Bhadravati Industrial Hub also we found from the Shivamogga district. As you know students, Bhadravati Iron and Steel Limited and Bhadravati Paper Factory. So these are the industries we got from the Bhadravati. So like that, Sharavati Hydroelectric Project. This is Sharavati Hydroelectric Project, which is that Varada Hydroelectric Project. So these both hydroelectric project gives importance to the electric power projects. Then like that, Keladi rulers also we found here. Especially the Shivamogga district, it was made by the Keladi rulers. So Keladi rulers, they are found the Shivamogga district. We found the archaeological evidence, so that one of the museum we can found in a Shivamogga district itself. The place we called as Shivamogga. So then name resembling of Lord Shiva. So as you know students, Shivamogga, that is the place, it has a name resembling of the Lord Shiva. Shivamogga, that means Shiva Mukha. Shiva Mukha. It has later called as Shivamogga. So like that, Jog Falls also we found here. The one of the important biggest Jog Falls in Asia continent. That is called as Jog Falls. It is the place of Gerusappa in Shivamogga district. Then Gudavi Bird Sanctuary and Bhadra Wildlife Sanctuary is also we found here. So Gudavi Bird Sanctuary attract many of the birds from some of the important continents, what we call as Australia and America. Some of the continent birds also we got from the Gudavi Bird Sanctuary and Bhadra Wildlife Sanctuary. So this is the place we got many of the important wild animals. So these wild animals also we got from this Bhadra Wildlife Sanctuary. See, I told about the Gudavi Bird Sanctuary. See how it has attract to some of the seasons. Some of the birds cannot live in that place, such kind of the continents like in America and Australia. So it has migrate to the Indian. So this is the Gudavi bird sanctuary, attract many of the birds. So like that the place it has contained many of the important birds. Then Agumbe. So Agumbe, it is the place we got highest rainfall in Karnataka. So this Agumbe also we found in Karnataka itself and Shomogga district itself, and the Kedareshwara temple. So Balligave, this Kedareshwara temple also we found here. So this Kedareshwara temple have historical evidence and it attract many of the tourist places, and it is one of the religious place. So it is the place in Balligave. And Kedadi. So this Kedadi palace we found here. This Kedadi palace was made by Shivappa Nayaka. This Shivappa Nayaka is one of the notable ruler of the Kedadi Palayagaras. Then U.R. Anantamurthy. As you know, students, the three important persons, they are got the Jnanapita award. So one of the person we called as U.R. Anantamurthy, he is the person belongs to a Shivamogga district. Then Subbanna. So as you know, students, one of the famous singer, and he got the many of important national awards. The person we called as Subbanna. That means this Subbanna is one of the singer. He also got he also come from the Shivamogga district. So as you know, students, in this class we learned many of the information about these districts. So what we can find the 9 important districts. Each and every district there it has own significance. So these are the districts gives the complete information of the Bengaluru division.